we also, by teacher request, we made posters for your room. So again, math posters. And here we go. So I'm going to go. So when you type at ASL Teaching Resources math posters, you're going to see right here the whole set. So it has the sign, but it also has the common vocabulary associated with multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So that's the full set. And then you can get them in individually as well. So these are our numbers right here, and these are the wall charts. So many times I see like really high profile educators creating sign language resources, which are wonderful because we need it in the classroom for the kids, right? So what I noticed, though, at many times, their signing is kind of off. They might, let me ask you this. What number is this?
3.
Okay. And I've got that. So what number is this? Getting mixed answers here. So I see 6 and I see 3. So usually hearing people sign this for 3. So they maybe say we have, we have 3 people coming today. And I'm like, no, you just said a 6. No. So that's what I notice in resources that are created. Just sometimes they're off, or they might go for 6. They might do this for 6. Which is fine. It's very visual for the children having 6 because they can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But what we want to do is teaching sign language. We're going to give you some tips here today. Okay, so the wall charts is one of these. We like putting these up on the wall because it has the English version, the 1. Then we have the sign, a 1. Then we had the finger spelling, O-N-E. Then we have it written out. And then we have the cube and then the tally. Now let me show you with a higher number what it looks like. One moment. So these you can see here the higher numbers here. So we do have different colors of everything. They change all the time. So let's take one of these right here, and we're going to look at this number 11. So right here, you can again see the sign, the finger spelling, and the word, and the tallies, and then our cubes here. Okay, so anytime you have questions, type that in the chat. And if you're watching on the other social media, join us. I know it's backwards. Take a picture and look at it. But let me come over here and see your chat here. Good. I'm seeing your numbers. So we often get confused is what, if you see this is a number 6, but it's also the letter what? If knowing your ABCs, it's the letter W. Yeah. So it's also the letter W. So sometimes the kids might get confused. So you want to just make sure you're saying it when you are signing it, even for the deaf kids, because they're able to start getting used to reading lips, because that is the hearing world that they will be involved in. So you would say 6 like this. You voice it, you sign it. To be real clear. All right, for this one, we're just going to review the numbers to make sure everyone understands how to sign it. Now, we do see a variety of ways that people sign 1 through 5. We here in this area tend to have our palm in. And I'm just curious, in your area, for those who know sign language, your palm, is it out or in for numbers 1 through 5? I'm just curious. And okay, palm facing in for you too. Okay, and I'm seeing in. I'm seeing, and I see an out too. So that one is flexible. But the most I see is in. So that's how we are teaching it. So let's do this together. And we're just going to practice reviewing the numbers. Then we'll get into some other options of how to teach it to children. Are you ready? And again, I support teachers working with sign language with children. Here we go. Let's practice. If you have your hands available, go ahead and copy me and we'll do it together. So 1, 2, and now 3 looks like this. 4, 5. Now for 6, we're going to turn our fingers around and grab the smallest finger for 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's move to the higher numbers. And I'm seeing a lot of questions here. Join me on Zoom, guys. I work with teachers supporting children needing sign language, okay? So we have 11, 12, 13, 14. Now notice the fingers. Let's do this again. 11 flicks up, just like the number 1. And now 12 flicks up, like the number 2. 13 is different. This is 3, but for 13, your fingers close and they come in. And for 14, this is a 4, but for 14, your fingers close, the thumb is tucked, and we're doing 14. And then we have 15, this is a 5, we're going to close our finger and go 15. Okay, now we have 16. That's the number 6. You remember using that one? And we're going to shake it. 16. Now we're going to keep moving up to 7 and shake it for 17. Move up for 8 and shake it for 18. Move up for 9 and shake it for 19. And for 20, we're going to go 20. Just like this. Now, there are variations to signing the higher numbers. I could go 16, 17, just rub my fingers like this. So you have to decide your area, what's best. We do and teach what's best and easiest for the children. So we're just going to shake it because they like to shake anyway. It's hard for them to do this. So we just shake it. Do you notice what's behind me right here? Let me pull this out. So when we're teaching our kids sign language, you can take your clock in your room. I'm going to give you some ideas here, and you can tape sign on each of the numbers as well. We just happen to make this one. This is one idea. Let me show you another idea here. We're looking at this book right here of numbers. So many times we find these like in a reading center in a special area of your room. And so here we are, we have the number book. And I like to say a lot of books don't have sign language support, right? So what you're going to do, let me show you what I suggest, is you print out the flashcards. Just print them. And you can print them smaller or bigger, and then you cut them out, and then you just tape them in the book so that when the children are reading, they have the signs to support them independently. Okay, let's get some other ideas. If you have an idea you want to share, please go ahead and type it in there, what might be working for you, okay? And again, this is supporting teachers working with children using sign language. So another fun one, if you have, I don't know the age of your kids, but if they're a little older, there's like a dice game. So you print these on cardstock paper, and then I just tape them instead of gluing. I just tape them, and then you can roll the dice. And you can say, okay, so that's how many times you're going to jump up and down. So having fun with the game when you're learning the numbers. So, and then they can count when they're jumping up and down. 1 jump, 2, 3, 4. And so they're learning and reinforcing learning their numbers here. Okay. So let me go on. Thank you all for your hearts over here. Again, it's not a negative channel. This is positive. We want some love here. supporting teachers working with children with sign language. Okay, so here's another one. This is just a sample. You can print this from the website, but it's just cards, little cards that you can cut up, and it has like a real kid's hand right here. And on the back of it then goes with, ta-da, these icons, which the kids like when they're learning the numbers. Now, if you want to go further, there is even games. So I don't know your age of the kids, but have you ever played like dominoes game with the kids? So we have the dominoes. I don't know if you can see it. This is a small one. Let me get a big print here for you to see. So you can have the domino set and print that off for the kids to be able to play the game. And I see something in chat. Let me look here. Oh, yes. These are all on the website. Yes. So this is a fun game, and this is a puzzle. This is a puzzle that's really popular right here. And this is for the younger ones, where they just kind of piece them together. And then really fun. I love this as a kid. You know, the color by numbers. So the kids have to know and recognize the sign language to be able to match the numbers. So this is just one example right here. They're going to color in the ice cream. This one's for the really younger ones, when they're learning to count their fingers. And so this is kind of like this, counting my hands. And then we have, let me see here. If you have some older ones, they're learning numbers too with their phone number for like emergencies. And that would be kind of like writing things in and learning their phone number in case of emergency. Now for special ed, it's a little harder, I know, but I know for like my granddaughter, 6 years old, she knows her number, which is important in case anything happens. So these are good reinforcements for the kids. And let me see here. Then we do have a squirrel activity of counting, and I can show you that one. So this is the end result, and you write a number, and then you have these already cut out, and then they get to put them in there to match what's going to happen. So these are just a few ideas to get you thinking about how you can make things even yourself, or if you want it done for you, we do have that available. And at our website, you probably, I don't know if you know this, but it's better than teachers pay teachers, because we actually double your money with your membership. So if you're buying like $20 membership, we give you $40 to go spend whatever you want, your choice. Have you heard of Boom cards? It's called BOOM cards. Have you heard of that before? We do have some online games. I got to wake this up here. We do have online games here and learning sign language there, BOOM.com. Type in there ASLTeachingResources, and you will find a whole list of things created by I am a certified interpreter. Also, I've been in education for over 27 years. So what you have has been tested in the schools, and any feedback we get, we go right in there and change it if anything is wrong. So let me show you one of these number ones. So let me see here. I'm going to type in, so you're at ASL Teaching Resources on the Boom Learning. It's Boom Learning. Okay, and here we go. ASL, no, I meant to type numbers. So I'm typing numbers. Let's see. Okay, so we have these right here. We also have a birthday one where when they add things correctly, it starts showing the picture of the birthday cake. So I can open up this one right here. and kind of give you an idea so you can see it's a game. So how many of the animals are there? And so they have to count all of those and then pick which one. I'm not counting. And if it's wrong, it says, whoops. Okay, that's just a little example of online. We do have several of these online on the website as well in form of a Google Slides. So when you type that in, one of the favorite things that people don't know we have, and I will show you this. Let me check the chat again. Oh, good. So one thing that really helpful, if you don't mind, just if you can share our website with those in your Facebook groups or something, so they can too take advantage of the different things we have. And right up here, there is a freebie for everyone getting started with Sign in their classroom. So anything we can do to help and support, that's what our goal is.